What's up, guys? We're going against. Yeah, we're still doing the league thing. Yeah, and we're going against the Jaguars. I forgot what they're called anymore. And Kelsey just got on his. I forgot what they're called. I don't care. They're calling the Jaguars. I don't know what they're called. And I don't care.
Now it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Out to his left. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage.
Okay, yeah, let's go back.
I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball
In
with
order
man-winning
that.
coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Steps away. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Rule number 10, I don't know who he is. Looks like he's 2 feet tall. I don't know why I recruited him.
Bears have taken the early lead.
It's just how
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal
we
drive
thought
right
about
there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
this one.
Absolutely.
With some
I don't
teams,
know.
I script to probe in the early
I
part of the
think it's
game.
short. I
Other
don't know if
teams,
he's
I
actually
script to
short or not.
attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you
My
make of
team
that?
should do like a whole league thing.
Drive touchdown.
And have
Opt to
2
go for
first
2, and
games.
all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
This
One
was
of
a
them.
decision they made right
This is
here
the
and right now.
so
They
cute.
made this decision during the week.
Then they just
They said,
have
we get the
one
ball and score right
practice.
away. Let's show them that we
That's how
feel
it
like we're
happens in the
superior.
NFL.
Go for 2 and really put the
Yeah, I
pressure
know
on
it doesn't happen in the real NFL, but this is what happens in my.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Should have been breaking news in that.
Their own 23-yard line. Jones throwing on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The veteran safety, Antoine Bethea, there on the defensive coverage.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Jones throwing again. Goes back to Sutton, this time complete.
Oh, because the ball went somewhere else. I don't know. Not I was
15 yards on the play, 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset
That's a
they
play.
have defensively after giving up the touchdown.
And based on our time with them,
Okay, I thought it hit the ground for a second.
they've got a good mindset
Oh, wow.
going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we
I
may
thought it
give
hit
up
the
some
ground.
points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try and get us ahead and try and
Come here,
keep
boy.
us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown coming up.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out
Look, I'm
that
still
streak
gonna make
early on
Fortnite
1st
videos, but
down.
I'm still gonna also make some Madden videos. So I'm not making videos that much.
So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at
Oh,
the feet of your back.
just because I'm on the weekends. So I'm gonna play on the weekends. So that's how like I'm gonna play bad. It's like you've been playing for like this is your 5th season of playing. You're still so bad.
There that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
Oh yeah, finally.
They're able to convert, and again, the 3rd
Is there anyone else? Isn't it like...
Top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Yeah, I like the Cowboys. Okay.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
This is really so quiet.
Now Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 12 carries, 61 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they're doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So then I should... Why did I think... The reason I thought I was the cat team, but I'm from Chicago.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Okay. No.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
On play action, it's Breeze. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Drew Brees, his 2nd touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Now Breeze. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On second down now, it's Cook, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gain of 6 makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing Jones. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After one, a 14-3 ball game. First down, here's the run with Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now what a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At their 48-yard line.
Now Jones. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team.
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 44 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? And right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Second and short now following the fumble. From the gun, it's Brees. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Brees going to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Travis Kelce with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Breeze will bring his guys to the line
Do you
to go
think
for
about
2.
football? It's kind of weird because, like, if it's just like nothing person,
Shotgun
you think
now for
somebody could
Breeze.
try to hit them
And he's got
for
it.
no reason.
So the try for
It's
2
like,
successful.
Or like,
And that bumps their
into a
lead up
football
even
game, or it
further.
could just help be a
So they go
football.
with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try.
Yeah,
Charles,
yeah.
just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to
And
throw the
then,
ball on a
if
2-point
your team
conversion,
actually
but the
destroys them,
stats will tell you that
hate
running it
that you
is
hate
about as
them if
proficient.
they
So
have
know your team and go to your strength.
Man, I couldn't feel that
That's
touchdown.
fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no return here for Evans
I'm
as
trying
they
to
will
hold it
bring
back.
this out to the
You do
25.
touchdown,
Here's the
then you have to
Carolina
like it
offense as they get ready to take over
It's
here.
my story.
And hoping to do better than they did their last
Hey,
possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win
It doesn't
first
be a
down. You win
blue.
second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first down. And that's what they need in order to not pump them.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Why couldn't my guys, why are my guys back there?
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took it. And the pressure gets to him again. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be taken down. Losing yardage back at the 9-yard line.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. Three plays, they go backwards. They will look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
I'm just probably clarify because
Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees as the Bears push further out in front. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Now Breeze will bring his guys to the line to go for two. Now Breeze. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Third down, Dalvin Cook. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Panthers 3. Sterling set to kick off.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Jones is a beast.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, Jones. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep him here on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
On 2nd down, here's the option. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Wow, Raymond's at the show.
Back to throw. Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw here is incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Back to the ground. Cook. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears 17. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Again, it's Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Is under review.
He's back there. No, that's...
All right, so the call stands. Tough now. They're out of challenges. Do you like the amount of challenges they have in the NFL?
I do, because I think it brings a little...
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. Now I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Hey, my guy hit him hard.
Workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Travis Kelsey. A gain of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of...
This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. This will be caught at about the 5. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Well, they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Drew Brees turning back the clock. 5 touchdown passes for him on the afternoon. And the Bears continue to pour it on.
As far as tight ends go, if you get 3 or 4 touchdowns in a season, that's usually counted as a pretty good year.
And CD, he just hit double digits. That's 10 touchdowns for him now.
Yeah, and that's something you really have to applaud. That's elite level production.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 2nd and 1, Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And here now is Travis Kelce. And the numbers show it, low involvement early. But since he's been involved, it's been a good thing for this offense.
Indeed it has, and when you're able to finally get him going, get him fully integrated into the offense, things feel a whole lot better for your team. It expands everything that they do trying to move the football.
That's going to be caught. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fan.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Travis Kelce. There to make the grab. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Brees will bring his guys to the line to go for 2. Brees now to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. But now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. Out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got room. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Looking for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Greg Olsen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Jones now on 1st and 10. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Jones. Short pass caught by the tight end, Griffin.
That's good.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. Third down here.
And 5.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Being chased out left. And now he'll fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now Breeze will bring his guys to the line to go for 2. Breeze now. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Richter is set to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news out.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now Breeze will bring his guys to the line to go for 2. To throw, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Davion Taylor in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.